Most of us think of workplace injury as something that happens on construction sites or on factory floors. But the new injury epidemic is happening at desk. This is a combination of tight hips, rounded shoulders, neck pain, and fatigue are all signs of what I call the new corporate weakness. Today we're talking about what sitting does to your body, why strength, not stretching, is the cure, and how a few minutes of movement can transform both your workday and your long-term health, and also your company, today on the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast.
Welcome to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast
with Garrett Williamson.
Health, wellness, exercise, nutrition, and a whole lot more. Got questions? Call us and leave a message at 251-278-EDGE or message us at Personal Edge Fitness on Facebook and Instagram, at Team PE on Twitter, or personaledgefitness.com.
Welcome to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast. I'm your host, Garrett Williamson, president of Personal Edge Fitness. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoy this podcast, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, you can always reach us at area code 251-278-3343 or online at personaledgefitness.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Personal Edge Fitness. Hit us up on X at Team PE. All right, let's talk about strength, sitting, and how the workplace quietly became one of the most physically demanding environments of all, even though nobody's breaking a sweat. All right, here's what I call the modern sedentary paradox. It's ironic. We're living in an era with more gyms, fitness apps, and health information than ever before, and yet we're weaker than any generation in history. Why? Because we've engineered movement completely out of our day. The average office worker now spends 10 to 13 hours sitting every day. That's all according to a 2023 study from the Journal of Occupational Health. That's more sitting than sleeping, and it's seriously taking a toll. The Mayo Clinic has called sitting the new smoking. Now, you've probably heard that. Prolonged sitting has been linked to an increased risk of obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even certain cancers. But beyond the medical risk, it's the functional decline that sneaks up on people. Every week, I meet clients in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, people who've worked hard. They've raised families, built careers, and they tell me, Garrett, I just feel weaker. They can't stand up from the floor as easily, or stand up, get on the floor and stand up at all. Their backs ache. They've lost strength to do everyday things that didn't even realize they were losing. And that's why I call it corporate weakness. Because, as always, it's not about age. It's about adaptation, mostly lifestyle. Our bodies adapt to whatever we do most. And most of us are practicing sitting more than we're practicing strength. Now, what does sitting really do to the body? Well, let's look under the hood for a second. When you sit for long periods, a few things happen. Your hip flexors, the muscle that controls raising your knee up, your hip flexors shorten, which pulls your pelvis forward, and it creates back pain. Your glutes, the largest muscle in the body, the ones that you're sitting on, that's the biggest muscle in your body, they switch off, leading to what some of us call dead butt syndrome. Your core stabilizers, they weaken because the chair is doing their job, so they're basically not being used at all. Your shoulders and neck round forward from screen time, which actually compresses your spine and actually affects your breathing efficiency. And then when you stand up after hours of this, your body doesn't move well. You feel tight, unstable, and even tired, even though you haven't done anything physical. The problem isn't age or even fitness level. It's disuse. It's basically practicing weakness. Here's the good news, though. Strength reverses all of this, really at any point. A 2022 study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that people who performed as little as 2 strength sessions per week reduced all-cause mortality by up to 23%. Why? Because muscle is the body's engine. It improves blood sugar control. It improves posture. It improves joint stability and your metabolic rate, the rate at which you burn calories. And in the workplace, strength improves energy and focus, therefore improving your company. My alma mater, the University of Georgia, did a fascinating study where participants performed just 20 minutes of moderate resistance training during their workday. The result? the fatigue levels drop by 50% and their focus improved for the next 2 hours. Now think about that. One set of bodyweight squats could be more energizing than your third cup of coffee. I would bet it would always be more energizing than that third cup of coffee. Okay, my fun quick reminder in the middle of the show, if you're enjoying this episode, please like, follow, and share this podcast. And if your company wants to build strength into your wellness culture, call us at area code 251-278-3343 or visit personaledgefitness.com and let us help you get your office moving. Let's make this practical. You don't need a gym or even a change of clothes. Here's a 5-minute strength reset anyone can do at the office. One of my favorite, and I'll say it's the most important exercise you'll ever do. From your chair, stand up without using your hands. Sit back down slowly. This is great for glutes and quads. Do like 10 reps of that. There's something called a desk push. Hands on the edge of your desk. Step back, lower your chest, and press up, just like basically a desk push-up. This works the chest and shoulders while improving posture. Another 10 reps on that. Now you can do this with a resistant band or towels, 10 reps of these. Anchor it at a desk leg, pull back, and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Doesn't matter if the towel moves or you actually pull it forward. You're just engaging those muscles. Good 10 to 15 reps there. Simple calf raises. Stand up. Lift your heels up off the ground slowly. Lower it back down. This builds lower leg strength and it seriously improves circulation, especially if you start swelling in your ankles. A simple torso twist. You can do 10 of these per side. Stand tall, rotate your torso gently to a side, and then to the other side. This relieves tension in your lower back. Now, if you do that once in the morning, once in the mid-afternoon, you've done more for your long-term strength and posture than most office workers do in a week. Just 2-3 times a day. Companies that integrate small strength breaks into the workday see tangible results. A 2021 Harvard School of Public Health study found that employees who participated in short, guided physical activity sessions during work reported 15% higher productivity and 25% lower stress. And here's the thing. It's not about getting employees fit. It's about making them feel good in their own bodies. When people feel stronger, they feel more capable, more creative, and more confident. That's where the culture change begins. Our mission statement here is we seek to make people feel better about being themselves. This plan does the same thing. We've implemented this through a challenge-based programs at several companies, and the results are always the same. Better morale, lower absenteeism, and people who actually look forward to participating. Now, always I'm going to tie it to the live age. Now, I can't finish the episode without tying this back to the live age. People love to blame posture problems, stiffness, and weakness on getting older. But age is not the cause. Adaptation is. If you spend decades sitting 8 hours a day, of course you're going to lose mobility and strength. It's not because you're 40. It's not because you're 60, 70, whatever. It's because your muscles have been training for sitting instead of movement. The solution isn't youth. It's retraining. You can teach your body new habits at any age. I've seen 75-year-olds, I've seen 80-year-olds reverse chronic back pain simply by rebuilding glute strength and learning to move again. The principle is the same for individuals as it is for companies. Strength doesn't fade with age. It fades with neglect, and it returns with practice. Most corporate wellness programs start by addressing pain. Ergonomic chairs, standing desk, posture reminders. Those things are great, but they manage symptoms. What really changes people is when they stop managing pain and start building ability. When companies feel themselves getting stronger, suddenly health becomes exciting, not obligatory. That's why at Personal Edge Fitness in our corporate programs, we focus on measurable improvement, not perfection. We meet people where they are and build them from there. It's an individualized program because confidence grows faster than muscle. And once confidence returns, trust me, consistency follows. So here's your challenge. If you're working a desk job, take 5 minutes every hour to move. Try the strength reset we covered today. You'll feel better by the end of the day. And you'll be training your body for longevity, not just survival. Like I've said in a former podcast, training to thrive, not just survive. And if you're an employer, think about what stronger, more confident employees could do for your culture. That's the real wellness ROI. Building strength for your desk job. That's just one more way we at Personal Edge Fitness help you reach your level of wellness. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast with Garrett Williamson. Subscribe now and be a part of the show by calling 251-278-EDGE or message us on Facebook and Instagram at Personal Edge Fitness or at Team PE on Twitter, and visit us at personaledgefitness.com.
Who's developing our future community leaders? Who's developing our future workforce? Who's fostering a love of our great nation in today's youth? Liberty Learning Foundation is doing it. Liberty Learning Foundation empowers K through 12 educators to teach civics, character, financial literacy, career readiness, and our great American story, producing outstanding young citizens who are truly life, career, and citizen ready. Test scores go up and behavioral issues go down. Help ensure the Liberty Learning Foundation program is in your kid's school. Please make your charitable donation now at libertylearning.org.